Hello, I would like to talk to Mr. Triple H, cause your boy called it. Did you see that scrum? Do you see how everything went down? I can't believe I called it. Not 100%, but I called that. Not only that it was a swerve, but the fact that also too that I was like, Rock gonna double down. He gonna go heel, and it gonna be something that basic my thing was that I was gonna have it be with how the mistreatment of Roman from all these past years, but they made it with the whole lineage of that whole family been in the business. And this is the thing. This is how they settle stuff. That it should be those two that is competing for the head of the table. And look, your boy Cody came out and was like, you know what? Nah, this is some bullshit. I ain't about to let this happen. This ain't how it's gonna go down. I don't like any of this. And I like, since where I didn't see how it happened. Then at that point, they started talking about each other's family, where it's just like, yo daddy, yo daddy, yo daddy. Then it was, what did the five fingers say to the face? Cody got slapped by The Rock. You know that had to hurt. Even if he ain't put, like, you could tell, like, he ain't putting all of the hands in it. It was just the fingertips. But with all that muscle that he got in there, it was enough to have that flex where it's like, oof. I was like, his tattoo switched to the other side. That's how badly that whole thing happened. Look, okay. The whole press conference thing was basically, I was like, they came out with Bianca first. They came out with Bianca first. She did her whole thing where she's just like, I gotta find a way to have keep my streak of WrestleMania going alive. Pretty much. She really did that. Really just seemed like she was there to promote it. Which, fine. I actually thought that's how it was gonna go until we sort of got to the main people. But to be honest, they just sort of gave her like her little spill of like how you gonna get to WrestleMania, and she's like, I'm gonna have to figure it out. Then Rhea Ripley came out there, and basically it's like, look, Bailey had to pick somebody else because you picking me is not going to happen. Then I was like, we got somebody at the eliminate table to figure that out, or who going to face me, but I'm going to get through 9 first. Becky comes out, and Becky basically comes through and just say, like talk some junk to Rhea that I'll see you at WrestleMania, basically. So we all sort of figure who's going to win that elimination chamber. But they had a face to face, so it was like, oh, okay, cool. I was like, we trying to add a little bit of spice before we come to the meal. Then Seth came out, and after that, it just rolled because Seth came out, tried to do his little thing of, I'm a visionary, I'm an architect, I'm Seth freaking Rollins. And then he's like, forget all that. We all know why you're here. Let's see what the guy and it's like, he calling for Cody. Roman music hit. And that's when they just started throwing jabs at each other, where it's just like, I was like, Seth's still mad at the whole pop thing. I was like, Roman basically came in and just like, you number two, what you doing here? I was like, you shouldn't even be over here. This is my turn. I'm the star. I'm the chief. Get this bum up out of here. Get him out the paint. And Seth is over here just like being like, oh, you finally showed up for work. Ooh. And he's like, dog, how you gonna talk to me over here wearing your woman's shoes? Ooh. And he's like, these shoes do enough of, and then that's where they just started going over each other. But anyway, and then he's like, Cody, you basically had your shot. You had your chance. You run the Rumble and you gave that up. So it looks like it's up to your tribal chief to pick which person here. And he's like, I'm going to go with The Rock. With The Rock comes out. And then The Rock comes out. And I think this is good that he did, like how I was saying, he went heel. Because his stick that he does works a lot. You can do that more when you're like a heel or an ass character. LA Knight's sort of in between, like he can sort of do it, but he's sort of in that weird in between gray area. But The Rock would have came out trying to be all cheery, company, and all that other stuff. Then that stuff just gets to sound corny, like how you sort of feel about John Cena. But when you're a heel, it's just like, man, you a dick. Why you gotta be a douche all the time? Like it comes off like that. So of course he comes out and he just they let them they let the crowd really invoke how they felt about everything. You know, whether it was booing, wanting Cody, talking about you suck and all that other stuff, and Rock just like, yo, you can deal with it. Who cares? I don't care. Y'all ain't nothing but the Cody crybabies out here. I don't care about none of y'all. I don't care what none of y'all got to say. He's like, this is our family, this is our lineage, this is what we do, and all that stuff. And then that's when Cody comes out. I already did a little spiel about how he said this thing, but also adding on that where it's like, hey, you gave him your choice and all this other stuff. You know, what the a lot of like Dusty ain't like your daddy ain't here. So and he's like, and they just start going to be like, so you think your daddy and your daddy, you think they will be proud of what y'all doing? They'd be ashamed. And Rock is like, hey, don't be trying to come over here talking about our family. Because when you talk about his family, you talking about my family. When you talking about his blood, you talk about my blood. And, you know, that whole thing, even though they sort of said something about Cody Daddy first. But, that's never how beefs go. The beefs is always the second person with stuff. So, and at that point, that's when they got like face to face and slap happened. Cell try to hop his little flamingo looking ass over there to try to stop it, knowing good and well that you only got one good leg, dude. I was like Roman just sort of stood a little bit back more, but then they just jarring at each other, and they had to separate everybody. Then they, and Pat McAfee, Big E, CM Punk is on the table, and I just thought that was a really good crew to have up there because you got kind of like Michael Cole, just the moderator. Big E is really, really like the nice like company guy in a way that's like just trying to play it good. Kind of like earlier they asked him like, who would you pick? Pat McAfee's like The Rock. Big E is like The Rock. I guess you go with the big money deal. And CM Punk like, I understand the big money deal, but he's like, Cody is the one that won the Rumble, so I'm gonna go with Cody. And it stuck to that same way. It was kind of like Big E was kind of like, oh man, that's crazy. You can't do stuff like that. And CM Punk was like, bump all this, man. He's like, you get over my face like that and you slap me. He's like, we throw a hand. I don't give a damn who you are. You could be part of the company. You all this other stuff. He's like, that been me. He's like, I'm gonna knock your teeth down your throat. And weirdly enough, I don't know how many people gonna point this out or notice it. But during that, when CM Punk was really going like off, like on behalf of like not just Cody, but even just himself, or like what he would do, and also gotta remember the Rock and CM Punk's history and all that too. Is that you can see in the background Rock like making faces and doing stuff even before they got to the close up, and once they sort of got to the close up. I sort of thought, because you could still sort of hear CM Punk going off like I slap, like basically I slap the taste out your mouth kind of stuff. That I thought The Rock was about to say something, and I was like, I feel like that opportunity would might have been missed because he could hear him. He had a microphone, but he didn't have like a microphone, or maybe they turned it off or whatever. But I thought it would have been even more if The Rock would have grabbed the mic or been able to say something while CM Punk's at the very other end, hobbled and all. If he would have been like, if he would have said something like, like how in Rock fashion is like, bet your bitch ass won't say nothing like that to my face. That's something I expect like The Rock to say. And I would have thought, because I was like that Rock that we're getting and the CM Punk already here, that's like, he can't even fight, but he ain't gonna back down. I thought it would have added another level to The Rock, because now you got the CM Punk people, that's the Cody people, also going to get The Rock and all that, because The Rock is basically just making a villain out of enemy out of everybody. So after this, I was like, I seen like two clips. One of them I couldn't fully hear what he said. I didn't know like there was never again, something like that. That was when they was like actually leaving the building or whatever. But there was another one. I was like, and I was like, the what they showed immediately after the scrum, and then like what I was able to see on YouTube, cause like they bleeped out a lot of it on Peacock. which is sort of wild to me that they bleeped out as much as they did. But I guess because it's still WWE, they can't say that type of stuff or whatever. But basically, in the back, they're talking to Triple H, and Triple H is over here trying to talk about like a lot of energy and a lot of stuff going around. And that's when The Rock shows up, and he's like basically like, "You better get your boy, cause I don't understand, cause he can't be talking like that." And Triple H was like, "Hey, it sounded like Triple H was agreeing with The Rock that it was over the line, but The Rock took it as like it was like he like basically like, I guess like he was saying that he was out of line, and he's like no he's like he talking about my family and stuff like that. Like no, he can't, you can't be doing that. Like you need to get him, cause otherwise I'm gonna slap the teeth right down his throat." And then when you hear the crowd like ooh and whatnot. So all in all, the scrum, the twist, it was everything that was needed. While yes, I felt like as days went by, more people caught on that it might be a swerve. But the thing is that with it being The Rock and he already got the TKO, and they saying he got, like you said, the contract type of thing, that was really hard enough evidence to basically be like, yo, we might end up with Rock and Roman. But so the reason the reason I started thinking there was a swerve not too long after it happened was when I started seeing all the other superstars saying we want Cody, and I was like, that was a little bit too on the nose. I even see somebody say that, like Logan Paul said it, and it's like, okay, that's a little, but that's sort of where I was like, okay, this might be a little bit more than what it is. But once again, it's The Rock is somebody in a way that you're like, yeah, but I can see that just happening just off rip, just cause, and even up to the point, it still just seemed like yeah, no, this happened, this is the thing. But hey, I'm glad. I was like, I was one of the people that I didn't mind Rock and Roman. I wasn't over here being a Cody crybaby, I guess, as The Rock says about Cody wanting to finish the story. I thought some of the stuff made sense, even though a lot of people were saying it doesn't. But I thought it did. Was it as strong? No, but I connected the dots to see what he was saying, even if I didn't full fledged believe it. I thought the only thing I would say that I thought was a little bit could have been stronger is when he came out, he basically said it's BS, and he wants to match. He's like, Roman, I pick you. It's going to be me and you. There hadn't really been any explanation fully on either side or anything, and I thought today could have been a way to at least erase that when like Rock and Roman wasn't acting like how I guess we all thought or we all talked about head of the table was going to be, where we're like something like disrespect, and then it's like if you want to be the man, you got to beat the man kind of thing. Their thing was it was that, but it was like a respect thing, and it was more of their tribe and stuff. So it was like basically like I guess like you think about like the fight in Wakanda, something like that, and so it was still like I wish Cody would have came out and been like, I don't like this. That's not why I suggested you take down Roman. This seems too friendly here. This seems too much of y'all being in cahoots or y'all like y'all, and I was like, Rock sort of made that a point of this is the big match. This is a match of like our almost like they are in like Rock made it sound like they're in cahoots of Rock Roman, this is our family. We gonna make this money kind of thing. And I wish Cody would have pointed that out a little bit more. Maybe he will on like Raw or something like that. I don't know what they're gonna do on SmackDown. But then afterward, I did like The Rock pulling everything that Roman has been doing, basically like, we don't deserve to be treated this way. You can't just do this to us. You can't talk about us like that. Like like we run this. I'm head of the company, and he's head of the table right now. He got the championship. Like that's how Rock came off, and I was all for it. I'm like, yo, double down, be an ass, throw your power around, whatever. And I'll tell you right now how I got this right, and I also predicted how the match how it would go. is that I'm pretty sure they're probably going to try to have Cody Rock night, like main event night 1. I don't think that's what they should do. I think they should start out the night 2, Cody and Rock, and then later in the night is Cody and Roman. Or do something weird where it was, because I'm trying to feel like they're going to try to build some real adversity, some real challenge. So it's like you could do that way, but I don't know. We're going to have to see this. I was like, you know what? There's going to be a separate video with like the options they could do now that we know it's official of it's going to be Rock. I mean, going to be Roman. It's going to be Cody. How are we going to get here? And that whole type of thing. Anyway, what do you think of the whole scrum? Did you know what a swerve? Or was you fully just like believing that it's going to be Rock? Did you just give up and just say it's a Rock? Was you part of the We Want Cody Crybaby gang? I don't know, gang. Anyway, let me know what y'all think, and we'll see how this all goes.